Hello everyone, welcome to the When at Work podcast. You're the host, Julian Leahy. Today I'm joined by Jens Nielsen and Stefan Delsing. Welcome to the show, guests.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Are you aware that we're going to play Jeopardy before we even talk about your business?
I saw something, yeah.
Jens just found out, I think, 5 minutes ago. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm ready.
All right, let's load up the board. Okay, the categories today are American Revolution, botany, colleges, counties, ends with C, and mythology. None of you are from the United States, is that correct?
That's correct.
I've lived here for 30 years, so...
Oh, I count that. That's good. Well, you might be able to get the counties and the colleges. And I don't know about the American Revolution. If you didn't go to high school in America, that could be tough. Anyway, Stefan, you can kick things off. What category would you like?
Let's start with American Revolution.
American Revolution. Trying to catch Jens sleeping. The British paid the Duke of Brunswick over £50,000 for these.
Pooh.
Could be anything.
For a piece of land?
Piece of
land, maybe?
Piece of land, good answer. I mean, you know. Do you want to have a guess, Jens?
No, I have no idea.
Okay. They paid £50,000 for mercenary soldiers, or Hessians, they were known as.
Oh.
Well, there you go. It's always the baddies that have the mercenaries. What would you like, Stefan? You're still in control.
Colleges.
Colleges for 100.
Yeah.
Okay. Clemson University, named for John C. Calhoun's son-in-law, is a land-grant college in this state.
Pooh.
Clemson.
I have to pass on this one.
Pass.
Sorry.
Well, you know, I don't know, but what do you reckon, Jens? I'm thinking south. I don't know. I haven't looked at the answers. I'm thinking somewhere down south. John C. Calhoun just sounds like he had a few cotton fields.
What is Louisiana?
Louisiana, let's go. South Carolina. Well, I was close and you were close. Continuing on, Stefan, what would you like?
Ends with C.
Ends with a C. Took me a while to understand what you said then. You might consult one if you wanted information, please. C. Starts with a C. Information, please. Well, what do you call it when you go to the hotel and there's a person at the front desk?
A check.
I think Jens has got the one I was thinking. Concierge.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Let's take a look. We're wrong. We're looking for... Oh, it ends with a C. I was thinking starts with a C. I'm so stupid.
Ends with a C,
Almanac. Yeah. It's honestly...
Oh.
I'm so slow sometimes. Anyway, you're still in control, Stefan.
Still, okay. Mythology.
Mythology for 100, I'm assuming. When the brothers split up the world, Zeus got the heavens, Hades the netherworld, and this one got the sea.
Neptune.
I did not know they were all brothers.
I don't know.
Oopsie.
Poseidon.
Was that you, Jens?
Poseidon, yeah.
No, I saw the answer.
Oh, you saw the answer. Good honesty. Well, because of your honesty, I won't give you points, but I'll give you control of the board. What would you like?
Let's try counties.
Counties for 100. This state has 254 counties, the most in the USA, and is undoubtedly proud of it.
What is Texas?
Texas, the big one. Texas is correct. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the waistlines. Jens, what would you like?
Let's try counties again.
Counties, 200. It has no counties, but 12 organised boroughs, I can't pronounce that, and one big unorganised borough larger than
Alaska?
any US state. What was that, Jens?
Alaska.
Okay. And Stefan?
I would also say Alaska, indeed. But
Interesting. I thought it would be New York because of the boroughs, but I guess they do have counties there. It is Alaska. You got it, Jens, first. Well done.
Let's continue to counties.
Counties for 300. A British term for a county. Robin Hood's Sherwood Forest was in the one named for Nottingham. British term for a county. Well, there is actually counties in Britain called counties, but there is another term, and you hear it in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings as well.
Pass. I don't know.
the Shire, maybe?
I think it's Shire is correct. Well done, Stefan. I think the Lord of the Rings clue got you over the line.
Exactly.
What would you like, Stefan?
Ends with a C.
Ends with a C for 200. Your poor old uncle is crazy. Your rich old uncle is this. Ends with a C. What is he? He's rich. He's not crazy because I don't know why the poor guy's crazy. The rich guy is something starting with a ending with a C. Ending with a C. There's not many words that end with a C.
It's a difficult one.
It's only like no, I got nothing for this.
No, me neither. No.
Let's take a look at the answer. Oh, eccentric. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty dumb. That's stupid. Who says they're either?
Yeah.
Either or. That's dumb. Who's in control? I've lost the plot. Stefan.
Let's take botany.
Botany
Botany.
for 100, says Stefan. Dandelion flowers are occasionally used to make this potent potable.
Dandelion wine?
Good answer. I would have said tea, but actually potable means alcoholic. So I think you could be right, Jens. Wine is correct. Well done, Jens.
What does it say? I can't see it. But
What would you like, Jens?
try botany again.
Botany for 200. When you speak of a plant's venation, you're referring to these. And it's in plural, if you notice. That's a clue. When you speak of a plant's venation, I think it's...
The leaves or the veins.
That's what I think. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Veins in the leaves. Yeah, Stefan, you're all over that. Well done. What would you like?
Colleges.
Colleges. Let's try colleges for 200. In 1867, a Union General co-founded this DC university among the first for African American students. I don't know the...
What's George Mason? George Mason College?
George Mason. Let's take a look.
Oh, Howard.
Howard. Yeah, I've heard of that one. I thought there was another one that, down in Chicago. What would you like, Stefan?
Mythology.
Mythology. Let's go over to the mythology for 200. The Egyptian god Anubis had the head of this dog-like scavenger. Dog-like, not a dog. Scavenger. I thought it was just a dog, but what do you got? What types of dogs are there? There's like dingoes,
Like a wolf?
wolves,
Hyena?
hyena.
What's a hyena?
All right, we got wolf, hyena. Jackal, of course. There's another one.
Jackal.
In Africa, they have jackals. Yes. Stefan, what would you like?
The same one. Mythology.
Mythology for 300. Some say he was killed when part of his ship, the Argo, fell on him. Famous, probably, explorer from the ancient times, before all of the European explorers. that we know of that went and colonized. There was kind of the mythology ones. Well, you got your Vikings. Who else was in the boats?
Maybe that guy with the elephants over the mountains.
Elephants. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Alexander. Was that Alexander?
No, the other one.
Oh, Hannibal.
Hannibal.
All right, let's take a look. It was Jason. Oh, it's just Jason. Never heard of Jason.
No.
Well, I've heard of Jason at the coffee shop. What would you like there, Stefan?
American Revolution.
American Revolution for 200. John Paul Jones' flagship. It was lost to the British Serapis as crews fought hand to hand. American Revolution. They lost a ship to the Brits. We don't know what we don't know what the ship is called. The Armada, whatever that is. I don't know.
The Washington.
Okay, yeah, the Washington. Let's take a look. It was called something Richard. It was called Bonhomme Richard. Yeah, who cares? Stefan, what would you like?
Ends with a C.
Ends with a C for 300. With a deficiency of this, wounds may not heal well without a coating of it. Iron rusts. Ends with a
Iron?
Ends
Oh,
with
ends
a
with a
C. So it's got to be... Okay. Some sort of mineral. Wounds won't heal well.
Zinc.
Zinc. Great answer. Who said that? Stefan?
Stefan.
That's got to be it. There we go. Well done. And you can use it for sunscreen. Stefan, what would you like?
Botany.
Botany for 300. The floss of this weed, named for the white liquid in its stems, was used in life belts in World War II. The floss of this weed, named for the white liquid, it's named for the white liquid in its stems. What does the white liquid look like? Probably
Rubber? Rubber?
rubber, but it's not named after the white liquid. I mean, when I think of that, I'm thinking it's got to be milk something, I reckon.
Milkweed?
Milkweed, let's take a look. Milkweed, was that Jens?
Yeah.
Well done. Kind of. Well done, Jens. What would you like?
I don't know, colleges again.
Colleges for 300. 4 of the 7 colleges comprising the prestigious group known as the Seven Sisters.
Or is it Ivy League?
Yeah, we need 4 colleges.
Well, are we looking for the names of the 4?
Yep. Just give me 4.
Harvard, Princeton,
Columbia.
Columbia. I don't
One
know.
more. One more Ivy Leaguer. California. Oh, you've done. Yale.
UC Davis. Yale.
Yale. All right, let's take a look. I'll give it to you. You got some of them.
I can't see
Okay,
it.
it doesn't look like it's the Ivy Leaguers we're going for. They've given totally different ones. They've given Vassar, Wesley, Radcliffe, Bryn Mawr, Bernard, Holyoke, and Smith. Seven Sisters must be something else altogether. Well, let's do one more question. What are the scores at? We've got 800 versus 700. We could determine the winner with this question. Jens, you can pick it. What would you like?
Let's try counties again.
Counties for 400. Official names of 2 of New York's 5 counties.
Queens and the Bronx.
Are they the same? They're boroughs, right? Are they counties? Anyway,
New Jersey.
New Jersey is a
that's a
different
state.
state. Let's take a look. You were correct. Yeah, they are counties. Queens, Kings, Bronx, New York, and Richmond. Jens, you've got it. Well done. And you've won the game on 1100. Well played. And well done, Stefan, on 800.
Thank you.
All right.
Congratulations.
It's a prestigious honour. You can update your LinkedIn with this victory. Very
Can I
important.
expect a check in the mail too? Or?
Yes, a rubber check. It'll be in the mail. Jens, so tell us a bit about what you've been up to and you're coaching people, helping them unlock high performance. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So thank you. This was kind of a fun intro. Yeah, I've been I mean, a little long story. I mean, as I mentioned, I live in the U.S. I left the IT world like 5 years ago to go into real estate investing and coaching. And since then, I've focused really on helping people kind of unlock their potential, move from, maybe a W-2 job into a business career or a side gig that they want to grow, or maybe even step up to the next level in their business and so forth. So that's really what I focus on is helping people unlock their potential. Through,
So is it mostly through real estate or not?
No, I was focusing on real estate initially, but now it's moved to, that's still where I attract people from that credibility because I've done a lot of real estate deals, but it is anybody who is not anybody, but high performers who are looking to, change their lives, or people that want to grow up, that want to improve and move up in their organization as leaders and so forth.
Yeah, and what types of industries are the people that you help? Are they from? What types of industries generally?
I've worked with IT companies. I've worked with law firms, gyms, property management companies. So it's been a little bit. I'm pretty agnostic to the business itself because leadership goes across different industries. So it's more like creating a cohesive leadership team that is able to really step up and take ownership of the roles they have. And that's really what my focus is when I work with businesses.
And what are some of the things that they're telling you that they want to do, and what are they stuck with?
I think a lot of entrepreneurial businesses are stuck with a strong leader, a strong owner, somebody who started a company who acts a little bit like the king in the sense that all decisions go through them and they don't like to let go of decision making. They don't really want to elevate people. So they kind of, it's a king with a lot of helpers. And that creates incredibly amounts of bottlenecks because that person on top has to make a lot of decisions. What we want to try to do is elevate and delegate and elevate their senior leaders to actually make decisions, to be able to be in a place where they can make decisions without having to ask the owner all the time.
Yeah. So it's about really strengthening your teams and building teams so that the owner can not be doing everything type thing.
Yeah, so they can focus on what they're really good at, right? So they can focus on growing the business or getting new clients or whatever it may be. So that's what I really enjoy doing and have a lot of success in helping those leadership teams stepping up and become true leaders.
Awesome. And tell us about your mastermind, Jens. I love masterminds.
Well, that one I have, that's actually a local one for people who live here in Santa Fe. So if you live here, you should join it. But I think the other thing that we're working on is we run an annual event, like we call this the Intensive. It's actually not on my website yet because we're just launching it. But that's a way for people to get together and work on their visions, their goals through disruption of their normal thinking pattern. So that's something we're excited about.
Is that going to be an online one?
Unfortunately not. It's in person. I think we've all done too many onlines the last 5 years. So I like the in person. That's what our focus is now.
Yeah, cool. And is that the main thing? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about that's coming up? Just that mastermind, or is there something else?
No, I mean that's as I said, it's actually not the mastermind. It's an event, October 2 to 4. Yeah, and here in. So if you happen to live in the U.S. or you can fly across the ocean if you're overseas, but 2 to 4, October 2 to 4 here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So
in New Mexico, and how long does that go for?
It's a 2.5-day event. Small, 20, 25 people to really allow people to get together and have deep conversations and really start disrupt their thinking.
Excellent. And is there any? Have you got some of the topics that you're going to talk about briefly?
Yeah, I mean, it's developing a vision, right? Most people set goals. They like, hey, I want to make $1 million or have so much cash flow or whatever, and they set goals before they really start thinking about how that's going to impact their lives and what life they want to build. So we turn it upside down and say, what is the life you want to build? What is the feelings you want to have, the connections you want to have, everything else? And once that's established, then we can start creating a business around your life's vision. So it really disrupts people's thinking, because most high achievers are like go, right? They push for that and everything else gets left behind. We want to turn that upside down, making sure that your life is created in a way that's going to support yourself, your family, your community, your health, and everything else. So that's a key thing there.
Awesome. Well, if you're out there and you're in that area, or you are not too far from it, or you don't mind flying, have a look at what Jens has got coming up in New Mexico, October 2nd to 4th. The link is in the show notes if you want to reach out to Jens and just have a chat. I'm sure you could do that as well. Thank you for sharing all of that, Jens.
Of course.
All right, let's pop over to Stefan. Delsing, tell us about what you're up to, and Mindset Explained.
Yeah, first of all, really creative and nice introduction, this quiz, and also nice to hear what Jens is doing. So I really appreciate and I like that. Mindset Explained, it's a platform for young adults. And young adults can be people from 18 till 40 years old. But if you have a curious mind, then I think you also have a young mind. So then I consider you also as a young adult. And we are focusing on writing quality articles about psychology, mindset, coaching, therapy. Next to that, we also have a coaching program.
Yeah.
And we try to help as many as possible young adults in their challenges, their experience in their young life as a young adult. And blend in with my own experience, I think I can help them, or at least guide them in their journey.
And what are they? Where are they from generally?
Well, in the beginning, it's mostly around where I live. I'm living in the Netherlands, so I'm focusing on people around here. It's also mouth-to-mouth. People talk about the experience they had with me, and then ending up with me. But now I try to focus more on a broader audience, and that's mostly online. So it can be, I have people from Germany, but also from England, and also from America, even from India. So yeah, I have someone who finds this website and thinks this speaks to me, ends up with me. And the audience is, it can be anyone, literally.
And how do you do the coaching? You do it all on Zoom, do you?
Yes, it's online. Around here, and come, I do in person, because in person I think it's still the best to do, because you can see and feel each other, the energy. But most coaching I do is online, because people are from all over the world, as I said. So yeah.
All right, and you can do the first session free. Is that correct?
Yeah, first session is for free, because I think it's really important to have a first impression. Is there a click? Does the client like me? Is there a connection? And can we help each other, or is there something that that feels right? That's really important. And this first session is for free, so you can explore together if this is for you. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that sounds good. And what are some of the things that the problems that most people have? Do you see a common theme?
Well, lately I noticed that there is a trend going on, especially in young adults. It's dealing with social media. So it's the screen addiction, the internet addiction. Um, Maybe you have also kids or teenagers around you and they are glued to their screens, and yeah, that's a really big problem at the moment. And if the clients that come to us, they are self-aware enough to notice that this is not how they want to lead their lives, and that is one of the things I try to help them with. But it can be a variety of different questions. It can be anything that you bump into. It can be that you're struggling with life, but it can also be that you're thriving and you want to do even better. You want to get to your full potential. Whatever question that is bothering you and you need guidance with, that's something that we can play a role in, hopefully.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is there anything specific coming up that you want to mention?
Well, yeah, if I look to my own journey, this website is like an end product of the journey that I had as a young adult, but also the coaching education, all the study I did, the lessons in life I learned. And on the other side, I like to write. So yeah, everything comes together here. I like to write articles, and I can share information here with a broader audience, hopefully. And for the coaching part, I can blend in my own experiences, and yeah, that makes it for me very powerful. And also, my style is typical, down to earth and straightforward, like a real Dutchie.
Understood. Awesome. Well, that's great. So if you want to reach out to any of our guests, Stefan and Jens, and check out what they're doing, get some coaching. Coaching's always good, particularly if you've got a problem and you can't get over it, or you're kind of in a slump and you need to change things up. You might not expect the result you get, but you always get a result that helps you, and you sometimes get a new direction. So I'm always about coaching. And you need to do it regularly as well, like every whatever months. It's good to check in with a coach. So if you want to do so, you can reach out to our guests, Jens and Stefan, whichever one you want. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to wrap things up.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for listening and watching. See you next time. Ciao.